Okay, it's just specifically, there's this one thing Hal Rudnick really does that annoys me, and it's when he's talking, he can't stop for breath. He has to do. I hate the man.
So start ignition, count to 0. I just wanna be a superhero.
Seriously, we need to get a new theme song, man.
The theme song is spectacular.
The theme song is free.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's what I
I think that's the only reason why Jack likes it.
Can you at least get like a better quality version of it? Because it's actually jarring that the theme song sounds like it was just recorded off of the computer onto your iPad.
That's almost certainly how I did it. I don't remember doing it, but that's probably how I did it.
It's like that April Fool's episode, which was just you for some reason recording the podcast onto your iPad again.
I didn't know how to edit it at the time. I can edit it now.
Yeah.
Hello, and welcome everyone to the Unproductive Nerds podcast.
Oh shit, yeah, I forgot we were doing a podcast.
Yeah, we're doing a podcast. Anyway,
we're doing a podcast.
I'm joined as always by my two co-hosts, Jack and John.
Yeah.
And me, Dan.
Yeah, and Dan and Nathan.
What is going
and of course,
on, Nathan? How are
there was
you
myself,
today?
Rhiannon.
Hey guys, it's me, Freya.
Hey, your voice, it enchants me. Your eyes are like diamonds.
Dan, I've always loved you.
Let's start making hat, Freya.
Oh, jeez, I didn't know you had so many tentacles there, Dan.
I had them under my scrotum sex.
That's wow.
Sick.
You've got like 3 scrotum sacks.
I can pull one over my head. Here I go.
Oh wow, it's like you gave yourself a wedgie with your own balls.
Where are you going with that?
I don't know. You should just.
Ball
just veered off.
Okay,
I
Freya
was
and Dan, you two get a room.
Well, now stop.
Yeah.
Also,
Don't you just love those two?
why does my Dan sound like the guy from Phantom Menace?
Watto.
It's me, Dan.
That's the Godfather.
Sorry.
Got a
You
bit
come
of
to
a
me on
lobster.
the day
John
of
dies on
Freya's
the
wedding. 500 credits for a new hyperdrive space. You make them enough and they can't refuse.
Oh man, Phantom Menace is so racist.
I love that movie. Not for the racism, I just love how stupid it is.
Why did you have to time
And
it
this
like
is
that?
pod racing.
Now this is me! I'll try spinning, that's a good trick! Why? Okay.
Are you an angel?
I think all of my impressions are just turning into Jimmy Stewart today.
Oh, this should be a fun one because there's going to be a lot of real bad impressions coming up. I realize I can only do about 5 impressions, but I stretched that into 20 different characters.
Yeah, Jack, you really need to give it a rest.
I don't know.
Have we ever done a good impression? Let's be honest.
I do a kick-ass Scaramouche from Samurai Jack, apparently.
I
can do a real good Scaramouche, Jackie, baby. I was doing a better one earlier.
I think in our Star Wars episode, my Obi-Wan and my Darth Vader were pretty on point.
No, they
were so good.
Your Obi-Wan just sounds like your Professor X, and neither of them sound like the correct.
That's exactly
Yeah,
how
let's do this voice. Hello, children.
It's just the voices.
It's me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Luke, use the Force.
That's just.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
It's just not how he sounds.
That's exactly how Obi-Wan sounds.
Why, thank you, Obi-Wan. Alright, so this week's episode, with Alien Covenant finally coming out.
Oh yeah, we have a topic. We actually
We
have
actually
a
have a
topic.
topic.
Is there any news before we get to that, or should I just go with Alien Covenant?
The world has been pretty much dead for a week. Well, it has for me.
Oh, I think we should talk a while about the firing of James Comey.
Who dat?
Jesus fucking Christ, have you ever... Okay, so Donald Trump fired the head of the FBI.
Oh, I heard this.
I suggested that as a joke, because we're not getting into politics.
I knew he fired the FBI guy, I didn't know his name.
Hey, James Comey. But
Just because he was investigating him, correct?
yes, which is rather shady. But, you know, the listeners know that, and you knew that.
Of course, I was doing a fun visual gag like Dan would do.
Yes, I do gags like this all the time.
It's not a visual gag if you're just talking. That's just...
I was doing funny hand gestures. It's me, Dan.
It's true, Dan was doing some pretty hilarious shit there. Anyway, the topic for today.
I hope he doesn't listen to this episode so he doesn't hear the impression.
Oh, well, I don't know about you, but I listen to it every week, guys. It's just, I never hear anymore, so it feels, that's how I feel close to you guys.
That's okay.
Holy shit, Aiden, when did you come into the room?
Oh, no, that's Aiden over there.
Hey guys, hey guys, it's me, Aiden. What if we did a Star Wars, but it's Obi-Wan is a banana?
Hey guys, what
it.
if we did Star Wars except Watto was just Danny DeVito in blue face paint? And he was just doing Danny DeVito.
For the first 5 minutes of the podcast, it's just us insulting our friends and loved ones. That's not good.
We love them,
Loved
guys.
ones.
We really love them.
Friends. I don't like any of you people.
I thought you were going to say, I have neither. In the story.
Hey John, do you want the hug?
Alright, now,
Yeah, John, you're looking pretty blue. Not as blue as Danny DeVito in The Phantom Menace, though. So anyway, with Alien Covenant coming out...
If you want me to sell this boy, I swear I'm not a kitty fiddler, but I'm going to sell this boy.
You just... how much for... Liam Neeson just... How much for the boy? You gotta pay the troll toll to get into this boy's hole.
This boy's hole is full of midichlorians.
You gotta pay the troll toll. And
how much...
And it's just you know that you just he did, like when after he's been burned by the lava, Darth Vader's laid out in the thing. He just starts going up. Damon, enemy of the night.
it's the final scene. It's the final few minutes of Phantom Menace where they're panning over Padme's body. With the Dayman
the ending of Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge just says, but with the Dayman Nightman song playing.
Dame. Actually, no,
Fighter of the Nightman.
That's what should play during Darth Vader's death scene. You know, he turns good. He picks up the Nightman Emperor. Dayman. And just
it's Luke Skywalker sings.
Luke's just on the ground, like crippled from the lightning, and you just start singing the Dayman thing.
Yeah, lightning does stuff to you. Alright, back to the topic. With Alien Covenant coming out this week, we thought, hey, Alien vs. Predator is the greatest movie ever made. And in the theme of versus
Open
movies...
to opinions.
Which none of you have on it, because it's the best movie ever, and that's all
Well,
we're
actually,
saying.
I don't have any because I haven't seen it, but, you know, I haven't exactly... I don't think I want to see it.
You know,
So good. It's
here's the thing. You know how Alien is the best horror movie of all time, and Aliens is the best action movie of all time, and you know how Predator is the best 80s action movie of all time. Predator?
Die Hard.
80s sci-fi action movie of all time,
Alright.
starring Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Because you knew I was going to come up with
He was in
another
a few
one.
of those. He was in a few of those. Like Total Recall and The Pacifier. No, wait, that was Vin Diesel.
That was Vin Diesel.
Kindergarten Cop.
Was there not a pacifier with...
No, that was Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel.
I could swear there's one with Jean-Claude Van Damme as a sequel.
Almost definitely, yeah.
Go on.
But Predators is actually a really good movie. That's the one with Adrian Brody, and they're all on the alien planet. You got Danny Trejo as like a cartel enforcer. That was a really good movie. And you know who played the villain?
Yep.
Actually, there was two villains. Would you like to know who the two villains in Predators are?
Tell us who the
Why
two
not?
primary villains are.
Just tell us.
Lawrence Fishburne and Topher Grace. And they're both... and actually, surprisingly, Lawrence Fishburne's the shit one, and Topher Grace is actually really good in it.
What fucking M. Night Shyamalan last act twist is that?
I don't even know how to feel about that.
Lawrence Fishburne is like really overacting with it, and he's kind of he goes weird with it. But Topher Grace turns out to be it's like all these people are transported to the reserve so that the predators can hunt them, and it's like you got mercenaries and like African revolutionaries and cartel enforcers and yakuza enforcers, and then there's
Best space cruise ever.
and Topher Grace, and they're like, why the fuck is Topher Grace here? And he's like, oh, I'm a doctor, I can heal your wounds. It's like, but you fucking Topher Grace? What are you doing here? And then it turns out he's a serial killer in the last act, and he becomes the main villain.
Anyway, in the vein of Alien vs. Predator, we're picking what pop culture characters would be great to see in a versus Aliens match. So, should we set the scene here, or...?
So, the Xenomorph has come to Earth. A single face hugger creates a queen who
I think
creates
you're on a spaceship. A spaceship works better. Nowhere to run.
You can change the settings.
Alright,
I'm
fair
going
enough.
Alien vs. Predator with this.
Alright.
After the destruction of the Little Britain, which is Not the Normandy, the Little Britain.
Like the show?
Yeah. After the destruction of the spaceship Little Britain, a single egg falls to Earth, hatches a single facehugger, which creates a single alien, which becomes a queen, which creates a hive, and before you know it, the city of New York is overrun. But for some strange reason, it turns out there's one man
I know who's going here.
if a facehugger tries to throat fuck him, it dies. He's trying to figure.
Anti-throat fuckable.
Yes, he's anti-throat fuckable. It's like he's some sort of.
Did he just have one of those smokers thing with the hole
Can
in
we
it?
get that hashtag trending, please? Anti-throat
Let's get
fuckable.
that anti-throat
And that's the
fuckable.
name of this episode.
Hashtag anti-throat fuckable. But this one man, he needs to figure out what it is about himself that causes him to become anti-throat fuckable. He doesn't know what is it something to do with his throat or something to do with his DNA. What is it?
I have no
Why
idea
can't
where
he
this is
just
going.
think?
Never mind.
It's like anti-throat for shit, man.
So he's got two missions. One, find out what's making him so unique. And two, kill the queen. Find the queen and kill the queen. By the way, it's going to turn out that the queen's in Madison Square Garden because of fucking course she is.
Yeah, of course.
But he's alone in New York, surrounded by aliens and alien dogs. And the only thing he has for company is a German Shepherd. Will Smith, alone in New York. He is the I am anti-throat fuckable. And it's just Will Smith.
Oh god, I thought
It's I Am Legend, except instead of the weird shitty vampires, it's fucking Xenomorphs! And they're everywhere. And instead of like an M16, he's got like one of the Space Marine machine guns. But they mostly come at night. Mostly. So he's still going around during the day playing golf on rooftops, but at night they start swarming, and he has to just fucking like Colonial Marines the shit out of them. The movie, not the video game, because the video game is
terrible.
So you just got Will Smith with a giant fuck off Gears of War machine gun and a Dachshund. A German Shepherd. But
Can we change it to a Dachshund?
yeah, a Dachshund.
Will Smith hits the Xenomorphs back with a Dachshund. He's using it as a weapon at one stage.
But
Just a little sausage dog carrying it around.
here's the thing: in Aliens vs Predator 2, I think there's an alien dog. A facehugger attacks a dog and creates a xenomorph dog who runs around on all fours and is actually really dangerous. So there's xenomorph dogs everywhere, and xenomorph humans, and xenomorph whatevers, because the xenomorph take over whatever genetic traits of whatever they face fuck.
Is it just I Am Legend with Xenomorphs? Is this the whole thing?
And there's the scene where they're being swarmed by facehuggers, and one of them gets Samantha, the Dachshund, and Will Smith has to kill the dog. Instead of the dog isn't turning into a monster, it's just that the alien inside it is gestating.
Yeah.
So he has to kill his dog before chest bursts. And in the end,
Does he grenade himself?
he finds this woman. She doesn't have a child.
Who's the
by the way.
alien's wife?
He finds this woman, and she doesn't have a kid in this version. She's just alone, and he's like, "Why have you survived this long?" And she goes, But they get lonely.
Yeah.
And one night things start getting intimate.
Oh.
She starts going down on him, but then suddenly,
Frack.
boom! Her head explodes off. It's like, what the fuck? You're anti-throat fuckable. It turns out he's found the other immune. And there might be entire colonies of anti-throat fuckable people out there who've been surviving against the Xenomorphs.
You've hit your problem right there, because it's Will Smith, and he's found this woman who's just like him and has the same powers. Suddenly they become throat fuckable, just like Hancock.
Handcock?
Hancock. Is that not the name of the movie where he's a Superman?
It's Hancock. It's not Handcock. But
My version's way. Why is the porn parody also featuring Will Smith somehow?
no, featuring Jaden Smith.
Oh, nobody wants to see Jaden Smith naked. He's a weird, scraggly man.
That's where Jaden Smith's career is going. He's going to be in all porn parodies of his dad's movies.
Christ.
But anyway, so the two anti-throat fuckables.
After Earth combined with
He's
some
like-
afterbirth. You guys are real messy and just fucked up.
Why is it after birth? Why is that a porn parody? That's just gross. Is there a scene where he eats a placenta?
So he makes love on top of an alien placenta when a woman he finds.
Sorry, inside the bird's nest.
Yeah.
There's the scene of the Hulk nest, and the Hulk freezes to death on top of them.
Have you actually seen After?
I've seen it.
I have seen it.
I've seen the Everything Wrong with it. I haven't seen the actual movie.
But anyway,
It's not good. It's not
so
good.
in the end, he figures out what it is. There's actually it's like 1% of the population has a ring of cartilage that makes them anti-throat-fuckable. And he's like, there's a way to synthesize this. If you inject this serum into an unborn child, they will develop the cartilage ring. It'll make them anti-throat-fuckable.
Well, how do the doctors
back
test this?
Let's
see if the child is anti-throat-fuckable.
Just
Let's see if it's
don't worry about it.
anti-throat-fuckable by throwing a needle down its throat.
That's exactly what
That's not how they're that would still go down. But anyway,
my hand gesture of putting a fist down his throat is way more humane.
Neither. They just go like, oh yeah, I'm just feeling the front of his throat like a doctor. Yeah, he's got the cartilage ring. He's anti-throat-fuckable. But
we've said the word throat-fuckable an awful lot in this episode.
He goes to Madison Square Garden while she drives. She's like,
drinking game.
She goes like, you need to get the serum out of here. And he's like, no, you need to get the serum out of here. I'm going to go out like a legend. So he drives down.
Oh, come on, you missed it. I'm going to go out with a bang.
He drives down to Madison Square Garden with just a car full of hand grenades. Smash,
Pulling them all off.
Turn around.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's just
blowing up Xenomorphs. It's really a numbers game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's just pulling the grenade.
time to crunch the numbers. Then he just flies through the front door of Madison Square Garden. The Queen, who has not been seen on screen before, she gets 5 seconds of screen time. It's the alien Queen. She goes, and goes, "Hello, boys, I'm back." Rams into her.
I'm home.
And then we take the footage from the Roland Emmerich Godzilla of Madison Square Garden exploding. You just cut that footage in of Madison Square Garden exploding.
You got to look up out of an egg at the end, not a Xenomorph.
Oh my god, you do the Alien vs. Predator twist where it turns out one of those weird raptor babies got face hugged, and you see like a Godzilla baby, like a shitzilla baby, and suddenly it gets chest bursted by a tiny Godzilla with a Xenomorph head. I am anti-throat-fuckable.
Fuck, I love this.
Amen. I'd watch it.
What do we give that out of 10? Because I want to give it a solid 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Like immediately.
That's just...
Because a lot of it is the same. A lot of it is just him going around during the day, just trying not to get crazy.
You make movie posters of that. I need to see...
I'll get a few sketches going. Anyway, all right.
Imagine how much more tense it would be. Because the zombies, or the vampires, or whatever they're supposed to be, they were scary. But imagine how much scarier it would be if only at night the entire city starts swarming with millions of xenomorphs.
That's terrible. Plus those metal things aren't keeping them out. Acid right through that.
Yeah.
All right.
Or just tongue punching them until they fall apart. They can do that. They've got freaking tongue punching.
I know they got freaking tongue
They can tongue punch a man's skull. They can definitely tongue punch through like solid titanium.
Okay, I've got one. So you're flying your good ship. There's only 3 or 4 of you, and you see this like colony ship out in space. You land. It's like this small city floating in space. And like, hey, where are all the people gone? There should be like a crew of 50, 60 people on here.
All there is there's robots with emoji faces.
No, I'm not doing Doctor Who. I wish. But anyway, you look around, and suddenly your crew starts disappearing. You're like, what's going on? You found a weird thing of eggs. Suddenly the Xenomorph comes flying out at you. You're running down a hallway. You think you're dead, and it comes up behind you. It pins you to the wall. That first mouth opens. It comes down. It's about to bite you. And suddenly,
Tongue punch you.
It's about to tongue punch you. Behind it appears another slightly larger Xenomorph. And the Xenomorph starts like, and he's like, why are you back with the eggs? The Queen said you should be back with them eggs. Yeah, you go back with the eggs. The bigger Xenomorph points to the Xenomorph to go. The Xenomorph looks real disappointed because it couldn't kill you. So it puts its head down, it slumps and it walks away. But you realize, wait, the Queen isn't on board this ship. The Xenomorph, the big one, starts to unzip its face. And it's Raven Baxter from That's So
The master of disguise, Raven from That's So Raven.
Yeah.
Why did the other Xenomorph to... Oh, she's speaking English.
She's speaking English and she's in a Xenomorph costume. Back to the eggs. But you're thinking to yourself, how did she know I was in trouble?
Because she can see the future.
But how did she get into space? If only she had a brother with connections to the US
White House! Go to the house! Her brother knows the president.
Yeah, that's how she got on the space. So now it's me and Raven Baxter having to try and get out of a ship full of Xenomorphs. But you're saying, once a Xenomorph gets Raven, it's going to just knock her around the place and kill her, right? Wrong. And that's so Raven. It has proven that Raven Baxter can take an insane amount of damage and just get back up. How many times has she been hit by a car or fallen down the stairs or like ran into a wall and just gotten back up? She's a little disorientated, but she's fine.
Hey, do you remember that episode of Drake and Josh where they're driving around and they hit Oprah?
That's a great episode. Raven Baxter gets you back to the ship. I think. Plus, Raven Baxter has a history of taking care of white people who are just too dumb to save themselves. Her best friend Chelsea.
I'll allow it.
Yep. What do you think of Raven Baxter? What do we give her out of 10?
You know,
I gotta give that one a solid 8.9.
It's not a bad choice, right?
I'd watch it.
It's not your I Am Legend, but it's pretty fucking fun.
Excuse me.
I Am Xenomorph or whatever.
I am anti-irrevocable.
Alright, Rhiannon, you got one?
Oh shit, no!
That was fast.
That was fast, mate. I was thinking like, oh, you know, you have some time I could come up with. No, I'm just having...
I can go with another one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright. You guys read Superior Spider-Man?
Yes.
Well,
Alright, so the Xenomorphs has got me trapped. And I think I'm done for.
Oh, this stupid...
The reveal.
I hate this one.
It's great.
I fucking hate
It's
it.
actually Doc Ock who switched into my body. And the whole fight is Doc Ock, but me, running around the spaceship trying to fight a Xenomorph. I think that's pretty fun as well. Okay,
It's pretty
That's
good,
as much
yeah.
time as I can buffer for go. I'll be honest, I only came up with the Raven Baxter one because I thought that one was too good. Go.
I'm thinking Xenomorphs, right?
Yeah.
And they're right on a ship. And the ship's like way out in like deep space, and they reach a planet. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then they start taking over the human population and whatnot.
Yeah. You start
then-
fucking people.
It's not really taking over so much as it is replacing, I guess.
Kind of,
I
yeah.
mean, it's one for one. Like, for every human that dies, another Xenomorph. Unless they
Yeah.
just get, like, eaten or whatever.
They're converting them.
Well, it's not conversion, though. It's more like those
It's
tarantulas.
a parasite.
It's like a tarantula
Yeah.
hawk wasp who, like, lays its eggs in
Yeah.
an ant.
Yeah. Go on.
Yeah, so like while this is going on, you know, you have a couple of survivors, underground survivors, you know, and they're fighting against these aliens, and it's just like everything's just going out of control. So they have to bring out the big guns, you know. So they have to just find the truth. So who do you think they bring out? A bunch of rebels. Who do you think they bring out?
Oh, for fuck's
Fans,
sake.
come on!
It's too early in the episode for this.
Podcast favorite.
No.
Wonder Woman with the lasso of truth. Yes, Wonder Woman versus Xenomorph.
No.
Xenomorphs come to Amazon.
So you just hear stomping coming down the hallway, and they're like, "Oh my god, it's the Xenomorphs! Maybe it's the Queen. They're coming!" And then all you hear is lies, deceptions. And they got like a Xenomorph. They used the loader suit to like pin a Xenomorph against the wall.
Tell us how to kill the Xenomorphs.
And the Xenomorph is like, "Poke on it!"
The poor girl
Poke on it!
puts his tentacles over the Xenomorph's face.
And starts throat fucking him.
Yeah, the Xenomorph opens its mouth, opens its second mouth, and tentacles into it. We learn the Xenomorph's weakness through the Borg.
And high caliber bullets, as it is.
Oh, okay, fair
Yeah,
enough.
turned out they don't have a kryptonite other than bullets.
Yeah, it
And
turns out
space.
pain
Bullets
is their
and
weakness.
It's bullets and space. Those are their main weaknesses.
Bullets in space.
Yeah,
So yeah.
specifically high caliber bullets.
Oh, how great is it to imagine Ridley in the suit as she's trying to hold down the alien queen that knocks her away. You think Newt and Ridley are dead, and suddenly Borg comes out of the vent, starts wrapping around the alien. It's like, what did it say? It said run.
It said, "Welcome to the Guardians of the frickin' Galaxy," but only it didn't say frickin'.
We have to work on your swearing. She opens the
Well,
airlock.
I'm just imagining the Borg gullet as like naked Zoidberg. You know, when Zoidberg gets out of his shell and he's just like shaking his belly fat around.
They hit the airlock, and the alien queen goes flying out, and Ridley and Newt are going flying, and you think they're dead. And Borgullet's tentacle latches onto them, pulling them back into the ship. It tackles the Xenomorph queen and drags it out into space.
Borgullet, no! And they just see that. You see that lovely shot of the Xenomorph and Borgullet floating through space while embracing each other.
No, the Borgullet flies towards the Xenomorph. It's fucking... We get the Borgullet in this version, voiced by Vin Diesel.
Of course.
What did it say? I am Superman. Recreate the Iron Giant. The portcullis
With the
blows
freaky
itself up.
squid monster.
God.
Alright.
Oh man! And you like a bunch of like a facehugger tries to like jam its tentacles down the Borgullet's throat, but it can't find a throat, so it's just weaving in and then you know the facehugger's mouth is like this freaky toothy vagina.
Yeah.
It's just the Borgullet just starts just find every available or just fucking Borgullets the shit out of the facehugger and we go, what did it say? It says it knows where the queen is.
Come on, Borgullet, we must go.
I like the idea of riding
Borgullet, mush! Saw Gerrera like, the pioneers used to ride these babies for miles! And then like, trying to climb on top of the Borgullet, but his metal leg's too heavy. So he's just like trying really hard.
He uses the metal leg to break the
What at me? I'm done running.
I'm done running, mainly because I can't. I'm disabled. Oh my god, that scene from the IT crowd when like he goes into the disabled bathrooms when it's Saw Gerrera. So, what's going on here? I'm disabled.
Fuck's sake. Okay, you're in San Francisco.
Do you have a wheelchair? Yes. Where is it? It was stolen. By who? A man, red hair, glasses. How did he get in here? I don't know. If you don't mind, if you don't mind me saying, how did you get disabled? Deceptions. Deceptions, right?
Nice.
Alright, you're in San Francisco, right? And it's the same thing as your
The last shot of the episode. Is Saw Gerrera in the wheelchair being loaded into the bus to Manchester, and just as like a Jen is just looking at him getting loaded into the bus, and he just goes, "Save the rebellion, save the dream."
Fucking the scene from the In-Betweeners where they're throwing the frisbee back and forth, and they throw it and hit the disabled girl, but this time it's Saw Gerrera. They're trying to get their frisbee back. Like, mind if we have that back? And Saw Gerrera's not letting go of it. It's mine. Nice.
Deceptions. Noise. Deceptions.
Actually, if you don't mind, that's mine. Lies. Sorry.
Oh man.
Okay, you were saying something.
I had one. Alright, so it's San Francisco, right? And the Xenomorphs have attacked, and they're killing a lot of people. And they send the soldiers into the parachute out of a plane to try and take down these Xenomorphs, but they can't do it. They can't beat these things.
Because they have stupid Earth weapons.
Exactly.
And like 5.5.
We're overpowered. We can't win. And suddenly, Ken Watanabe, from 10 miles away, looking through binoculars, says, "Let them fight." And from the water rises Godzilla.
Oh, that would be interesting. He's like crushing them like ants. He's just
Godzilla versus a city of Xenomorphs, but he doesn't know where they are, so he's just swinging wildly.
Oh, can you imagine? You could have a sequence where it's like, you know that bit in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull when all the bullet ants attack the Russian soldier?
Kingdom of the Crystal what?
That bit in that Indiana Jones movie that didn't happen, where those
that one that never happened.
where those bullet ants are hypothetically climbing up a hypothetical Russian soldier, and it's actually a pretty freaky sequence. Imagine that, but it's thousands of Xenomorphs just rushing at Godzilla's stumpy legs.
Oh, it topples him over, and you think Godzilla's done, and suddenly there's like a blue light from the group of Xenomorphs, and it
just
rises. Hyper beam up through the Xenomorphs. Godzilla gets back up after the atomic breath, finds the queen, and I don't think he can do the neck snap this time.
She's too small.
I like the idea he picks her up and bites her head off.
No, I bet he opens her jaws with like between finger and thumb. He prizes her jaws open and then just pushes his index finger just down her entire body. Just
Oh my god.
And then as he's leaving, he gets back up and jumps into the ocean. But the tidal wave formed by that washes the Xenomorph eggs away and kills everybody in San Francisco. But hey,
an acceptable sacrifice to save all of mankind.
That's not 0.7% of the population. We did it.
I
saved the planet.
Well, you just picked that number out of the air at random, but sure.
No, I'm pulling that from Watchmen when they blew up New York.
Oh.
Yeah, he's like 0.7% compared to 6 billion on the planet. Nothing.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, it's cool.
I'll run with that.
You saved the planet.
I'll run with that, lad.
Alright, you got one?
Okay, yeah, I got one.
Alright, go for it.
Wayland Yutani.
I thought you were going to say Waylon Smithers for a second. I'm like, where is he going with this?
Wayland Yutani have finally figured out a way to control xenomorph mating. But they found a way to actually weaponize the Xenomorphs. That doesn't just involve all the Weyland-Yutani people being killed by Xenomorphs, which is what always happens. But they've actually found a way to weaponize the Xenomorphs.
Is Paul Giamatti telling them that we can weaponize them and put them into Iraq?
What movie is that?
I'm referencing fucking Jurassic World.
That was Vincent D'Onofrio.
Oh fuck, it is.
Oh my god, can you imagine Paul Giamatti in that role?
That would have been so great.
He would have killed us.
Yeah.
He would have been really good there. But anyway,
So go on.
Paul Giamatti kills every role, including the shit ones, which he doesn't deserve because he's such a great actor. Have you seen Sideways? It's so good. Why is Paul Giamatti... And Billions. Why is Paul Giamatti given so many shitty
Why is he
roles?
stuck in that rhino suit? We'll never know.
Yeah, exactly. Have you seen any movie where Paul Giamatti's actually acting? Or any TV show where he's actually acting? He's so good!
Spider-Man, look at me. I'm a Rhino Man now. Deal with this.
It's me, your cousin, Nico.
Come on, Spider-Man. I'm dating your aunt now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally see that.
How great would it be if that's how Amazing Spider-Man 3 was going to go? Rhino in a trench coat. Played by Paul Giamatti.
With the mech suit?
With the mech suit under the trench
Like a giant tarp, just shaped like a trench coat.
Massive trench coat. And he's going out without me.
He's just a normal guy. Why is he in the suit?
He's stuck, he can't open the bolt at the
It's
time.
like, this relationship's going real well, but, I'm beginning to feel there might be some problems with it, the longer commitment part,
I'll keep her safe, Peter.
He's very
I don't
uncomfortable
break
being
my
naked in front
promises.
of me.
But those are the best kind. Wait a minute. Oh, no. Oh.
Oh
God,
God, throwing back broken promises to my to my girlfriend's dead dad in my face, you dick. Okay, so
You know, Peter, a guy in a rhino suit could have beaten that goblin well before he killed your girlfriend. I'm just saying.
Okay, first of all, but Weyland-Yutani, they found a way to weaponize the aliens, but they need a testing ground. Now, it just so happens that Mr. Weyland, the creepy ballsack-faced man from Prometheus...
Oh, yeah, Wrinkles McGee.
Yeah, Wrinkles McGee. Wrinkles McGee watched a lot of Dawn of the Dead when he was younger. Well, a lot of zombie movies. Big fan of George Romero.
Yeah.
Like Day of the Dead.
Yeah.
Like 28 Days Later. Like Shaun of the Dead, even.
Yeah.
So he's like, I know the perfect place to use as a testing ground. So his idea is they're going to plant 3 facehugger... Say 10, fuck it.
Yeah,
They're going to plant 10 facehugger eggs in a massive shopping mall in America. And the plan is they're going to see how quickly the Xenomorphs can wipe out the entire civilian population. And they'll take... Because Weyland-Yutani, they don't give a shit about civilian casualties. They're evil. So they're going to take that as sort of... an example of how effective the Xenomorphs are in combat. Mm-hmm. So they plant the eggs overnight. They hatch. The security detail, they're overrun.
I figured it out.
They're very quickly overrun by the facehuggers. And so the mall is suddenly full of fully grown adult Xenomorphs. Once the shop opens and all those thousands of bright-eyed young shoppers come in, they're going to be massacred, and Weyland-Yutani is just going to collect the data, cover the whole thing up, and next thing you know, weaponized Xenomorphs on every battlefield in the universe. There's only one man who can stop him, and that man is on a Segway. Paul Blart Mallcop!
I fucking called it.
Paul Blart Mallcop has to fight 10 Xenomorphs who are skulking through that shopping mall, and he only has 12 hours to do it.
Can I tell you how the movie ends right now? In the second act, Paul Blart, to escape one, climbs into an air vent after seeing it in Die Hard and gets stuck. He dies in the air vent, and that's how the movie ends. So this is what a TV dinner feels like. I probably should have laid off the 5 of them I ate before I got here.
But that's it. Paul Blart has to stop the Xenomorphs and kill the Xenomorphs and stop Weyland-Yutani before the sun comes up and the shop opens.
Oh, fuck this guy.
Fuck me. Oh.
You're gonna...
Here. I've got one, since we mentioned it earlier. I'm just... Actually, no, this is actually going to be one where the Xenomorphs win. You know?
Oh.
I know.
I think my one was one where the Xenomorphs win.
Yeah.
I mean, me and Raven Baxter made it out alive, but hey, I think the Xenomorphs might have won that fight as well.
Your idea about how Raven Baxter tells the you ain't supposed to be, you go back to the nest, and the Xenomorph just
Hang
like,
on.
okay.
She's not Baxter, she thinks it's the queen.
I'm sorry, Mom.
It's like, nope, no cheek boy, you get back to that nest right now. Mm-hmm.
I am
And
not
it
boring.
understands him.
Alright, go on.
It
let's
understands
go.
her.
Right. So, anyway, in space, a bunch of convoluted shit happens, you know, and we get like maybe a piece of a ship that's flying through space and it gets to Earth, and it's it survives our atmosphere and lands on some isolated islands out off the coast of
Off the coast of fuck. Jinx. Double jinx.
You know what? I'm not even going to say you'll figure out soon.
Black magic.
So some isolated islands. Only these islands are being used for genetic experiments.
Are you just doing Godzilla? Because I already did that.
No, she's doing the
Island of Dr. Moreau. It's the
That's Kong, Skull Island.
You'll see, my boy, the aliens, they're the next step in human evolution.
Oh, he's combining humans and xenomorphs.
But like really
No.
badly. So there's just like a midget with a xenomorph head.
There's a man who's half walrus, half xenomorph.
This is my son, my only true son, half xenomorph boy. I call him Al. It's short for alien. I'm so clever.
Why do I picture that xenomorph being like Harvey Dent Two-Face where it's split in the middle and it's a boy on one side and
Father, why did you create me? He's got like a normal tongue and half of it's just the jaw mouth.
Alright, go on.
No, and because it's going so well and so popular, they obviously open a theme park.
Obviously.
Obviously, you know.
Alright, yeah.
It's like, do you ever play Theme Park World?
Yeah.
You can have that outer space themed theme park. It's that. Except, xenomorphs.
So naturally, of course, it lands and like face hugs a couple people and completely takes out like the human population. So no one's maintaining the bloody exhibits, are they?
No, of course not.
No, of course not. So
This looks like a job for Jeff Goldblum.
Actually, you'd need a team to go in there to take care of it. But on the other hand, as well as that team, you'd need a trainer who knew the behavior of the xenomorphs.
Shit, this is gonna be my follow-up. Life,
naturally, everything breaks
It was
out.
like 15 ums. It's like
So yeah, naturally, everything breaks out.
By the way.
And you know where I was going with this? Fucking dinosaurs versus xenomorphs, guys. Let's.
Jurassic Park.
But then it like
Xenomorphs.
face hugs the fucking Indominus, and you get a xenomorph Indominus.
it learned how to face hug.
No, fucking. You've got. It's years later after the first Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
The Indominus xenomorph just gains the ability to just face hug people with its tail. It can just its tail is an ovipositor.
Picture that.
So it's just like they're sneaking up behind the Indominus xenomorph, and then suddenly its tail just throat fucks one of them. It's like
You don't reveal that it's part xenomorph. So Chris Pratt has trained xenomorphs, and they're running alongside him while he's on his motorbike.
And he still does like the weird training thing where he holds out his hands,
The Indominus opens its mouth, and then a slightly smaller Indominus head comes out, and it's like, it's like
I think I know what DNA they used.
they're communicating. The Indominus teams up, and at the very end, you think they're done, but Bryce Dallas Howard opens up the big metal door. And out comes the Predator.
Oh fuck! I was about to. No, I was going to do that, but I was going to do better. So she goes, "Open paddock number 9." What?
Are you crazy? It'll kill us all.
Open paddock number 9, and open the armory too. You want to give it its weapons back? Just do it. So she opens up the flare. She's looking up. The paddock door opens, and then she looks down, and she goes. I expected you to be taller. I expected you to be taller. And it steps out, just like doing weird replication of its voice, and then goes. And it just clicks on the shoulder cannon. You're one ugly motherfucker. Puts on his face mask. You're one ugly motherfucker. And then the Predator versus the Indominus Rex. And the Predator instantly loses. End of movie.
Oh, come on.
The Indominus xenomorph.
I'm ready to imagine the Indominus Xenomorph picking up and the Predator's just trying to stab it in the hand.
And then it just like afterwards, instead of the T-Rex roaring, you just got the Predators walking up to the highest point in Jurassic World, just lifting up the Indominus Rex's like tooth and just going and just doing the creepy laugh from the end of Predator, just doing like yeah.
Okay,
I like this. I like this idea.
Can we go back to your New York for a second from I Am Throat-Fuckable?
Yes.
So we're in that New York, right? and they've walled it off.
Will Smith was actually nominated Best Actor for I'm on Throat-Fucked. They marketed it differently, though. They spelled it differently.
Yeah.
Oh.
They went the Inglourious Bastards route, so it's spelled like unthroat-fuckable.
Anyway, they've walled off this part of New York. Donald Trump himself has been like, we're going to build a wall. So no Xenomorphs going to get in. No illegal aliens.
He chest...
So anyway, right?
He chest bursts on live TV and going, "This is not a chest burster, I just have a hernia, you are fake news."
Alternative facts.
No. The Chinese think they know Xenomorphs. I know Xenomorphs. Anyway, right? He's flying over there in Air Force One.
Have you seen that queen? She's huge. The best queen.
They're
Queen Latifah, who's she?
They're
If
flying
she was
over.
a queen, if she wasn't a queen Xenomorph, I'd
probably date her.
I'd probably date her.
They're flying over.
Grab her by the ovipositor.
Okay. They're flying on Air Force One, and suddenly the captain starts freaking out, and he chest bursts. So the plane goes down into New York, and they're like, "We've got to send one man in."
There's only one man brave enough.
It's
One man skilled enough. One man mullety enough to break into New York.
No. There's two men.
Two men.
Two men.
Two men.
We've got Snake Plissken,
And
I can't remember the name of the character, but the guy from Big Trouble in Little China.
also played by Kurt Russell.
It's a Kurt Russell team up.
There's only two men brave enough, muscly enough, and mullety enough to rescue and escape from Little China.
They send in both Kurt Russells, and they think they've gotten President Trump out, but suddenly they're beaten, they're lost. The Xenomorphs are coming from at the edge of the wall, and a third Kurt Russell walks over. And you're like, what the fuck? How's there a third Kurt Russell? But it's not Kurt Russell. It's the Thing. It starts morphing and changing into a Xenomorph.
Wait, so it killed Kurt Russell?
It killed a Kurt Russell from the Thing.
In a world where there's only 6 Kurt Russells, but 12 precincts, we need 2 Kurt Russells! Is it important we know who Kurt Russell is before we... And of course the Thing turns into Jan Michael Vincent. Oh God!
Jan Michael Vincent!
And the Kurt Russells just simultaneously, Jan Michael Vincent!
No!
And you know how there's...
Throws itself at the Xenomorph.
You've got obviously you've Snake Plissken and Big Trouble from Little China, Kurt Russell. So the movie, of course, is called I Am on Throat-Fuckable 2. Two brothers. Because they're twin brothers.
Two brothers. They're fighting aliens, and there's old ladies and a meteor.
And Donald Trump in a crashing plane.
Also, we
But
get
these brothers.
Alan Baldwin to play Donald Trump in this version.
Alec
Sorry.
Baldwin. Yeah, no, that works.
That works, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a lot of good stuff recently.
Okay, so
Apart from Boss Baby, which of course is a masterpiece of cinema.
it's the second greatest movie after Batman vs Superman, and just above Aliens vs Predator, and maybe on par with Fast 8. Anyway, so I've got 2 more. Speaking of those, all right. So
Are they Fast 8 and Alien and Batman vs Superman?
maybe in a minute. So first, fucking where was I going with this? The city of Detroit is such a shithole that if the Xenomorphs attacked, I don't think people would notice a difference in the quality of life.
We apologize if you're from Detroit.
You're not. Let's be
So if a
honest.
Xenomorph kills like a gangbanger, does that count as black on black violence?
So the streets are real bad. Crime's real bad. But the higher ups, the richie boys,
The
they're
Richie
like-
Riches.
the richie riches of the world. The
Are
Bruce
you
Waynes, the
kidding
Lex
me?
Listen, they're like, we need to clean this up somehow.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Listen, so they buy the police force, and we'll back the police force. They're corrupt, but we'll back them. But there's one honest cop who moves from New York to Detroit.
motherfucker!
Listen, after him and his partner walk in on 2 Xenomorphs doing a shady deal with a gang, the Xenomorphs attack him, kill his partner, and spit acid at him, melting most of his body. But they're like, we've been meaning to test out a new project, because our androids, they're not good enough to fight these Xenomorphs. What if we rebuilt him? RoboCop versus the Xenomorphs.
Do we still have like Red Forsyth from that 70s show as the main villain?
Yes, we do. Xenomorph eggs, I'd buy that for $1.
I'd buy that for $1.
It's the exact same movie, but you're just switching out the bangers for Xenomorphs.
So Red Forsyth, he gets like chest bursted, and it just creates Red Foreman. He gets chest bursted, and the chestburster turns into an alien that's a xenomorph that looks like a regular xenomorph in every way, except its head is just Red Foreman's head, and he's just stalking around like, get out here, or I'm gonna shove my foot so far up your ass.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Okay.
Dead or alive. Yeah, he just comes out and he's just like, come with me, or there will be trouble. And you just hear, you want trouble, fat ass? And the Red Foreman obviously becomes the queen.
Yeah. You remember the scene in the RoboCop
I'm
manga?
like picturing it as in, like in Wreck-It Ralph, where Turbo
Yeah.
becomes
Yeah, when Turbo becomes the cyborg queen.
Yeah.
But there's just like one of the gangbangers just, sir, why are they calling you the queen? Because I look pretty in a tiara, motherfucker.
I thought you were just going to say he starts playing Queen music.
No, it just gets like really, you ever see me in a tutu? I look fucking sexy. Now get out there and sell heroin to children.
You remember that moment in the montage from RoboCop where he's cleaning up the streets and he's taking out gangbangers?
He's murdering gangbangers.
Murdering gang. Well, at one stage, there's a woman and a rapist with a knife behind her.
And he shoots the rapist in the dick.
He shoots through the woman's dress, shooting the xenomorph in the dick.
Why is the xenomorph holding someone hostage?
I don't know, but the real question is, why does it need a knife?
The real question is, why does it have a dick?
Yeah, they reproduce parasitically.
Do you really want to get rid of that beautiful shot just because the logic doesn't work entirely?
He shoots the xenomorph in the dick, and then the woman just gets sprayed with acid blood and dies anyway.
Oh, fuck. You know the scene where he's fighting the Ed-209 and he knocks him down the stairs? It's just more xenomorphs. He's just pushing down staircases.
Yeah, there's this top-of-the-line weapon called the Ed-209 that they've been showcasing, but the Ed-209, it moves really erratically and it's hard to control. And then it turns out it's actually just 2 trash cans, a car stacked on top of them, and it's full of xenomorphs. And that they're just wriggling around.
One's working the arm, one's working... It's like a Voltron of xenomorphs.
No, there's like 80. It's a game of sardines. We found a way to weaponize the xenomorphs. You put them in a giant metal container and made them walk around. It's genius!
You know the bad guy businessman in it?
Yeah.
He's like, hey, you really like to use these xenomorphs for a lot of your projects. Something's up with that. Something's a bit off about you, Phil. It's a xenomorph
in a suit.
It's just he's infiltrated the company.
And through the entirety of the first 2 acts, he's just in a swivel chair, and you just see the back of the swivel chair, and it's like, what do you think, sir? No, I think that sounds like a film idea, guys. And then the third act, he just, I knew it was you. It was you all along. And he just turns around, and it's a xenomorph in a pinstripe blue suit, and just, I knew you'd come for me. He talks like Skeletor, obviously. He's like, I knew you'd come for me, Murphy. Yeah.
Or does he sound like the penguin?
Didn't you think I'd have contingencies? Didn't you think I'd have exactly this plan?
Oh no, he's overriding my protocols. I can't murder a member of the staff.
Murphy? Yes, sir? You're fired. Thank you, sir.
Murphy's RoboCop's name, not
Yeah.
the Xenomorphs.
And he just starts shooting. He starts shooting the. Yeah, I know that's the line. Murphy, you're fired.
No, he fires the guy who's...
No, he fires the RoboCop, so the protocols don't affect him anymore.
he fires the businessman because he can't injure anybody working for the company. The minute he's not working for the company, he's able to shoot him.
Is that it?
That's it. He's like,
Oh, okay.
McLean, you're fired. So
It's Murphy.
no,
Oh,
Murphy's
sorry, shit.
Murphy's
Sorry,
RoboCop.
Sorry, you're right.
He turns and he's like, understood. And RoboCop turns, shoots him, and knocks the Xenomorph out the window. And we go to the same shot from the original.
With the stretchy arms.
Super long arm.
But there's acid blood everywhere.
Yeah.
And it just starts. It's like that scene from with Fantastic Beasts where it's just raining and everyone's like, it's just acid blood.
Oh my god, Battle of Hogwarts, but with Xenomorphs on Voldemort's side.
Oh yeah, they just replaced the acromantulas. That'd actually be really cool.
Fucking sweet.
I mean, we
It's terrifying imagining now you're just...
Neville fucking... Oh,
Neville gets the sword of Gryffindor and just cuts one in
cuts
half.
one in half.
Yeah, Nagini is just like a fucking xenomorph
Snake.
So it still has the really long head, but it's just slithering around.
Remember when Malfoy gave that really awkward hug to Voldemort?
Well done, Draco.
Well done, Draco. Well done.
Can you imagine that's how Voldemort dies? He goes, well done, Draco, and then Draco chest bursts, and it goes through Voldemort.
No, it's Harry, and he grabs Voldemort. He's like, let's end this the way we started.
Yeah.
And the chest burster comes out of Harry into Voldemort's chest.
And then, it chest bursts into Voldemort's chest, and then it starts incubating again.
Oh.
So Voldemort's just, I think that's alright, actually. And that evening, just a fully grown alien just...
the end of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, when they're pulling off the mask, and instead of gay wizard Hitler under there, played by Johnny Depp,
It's a xenomorph.
it's a xenomorph.
It's like Revelio. It's like, oh shit!
Whoa! They just see the hair start changing color,
head
and then the skull
elongating.
starts to extend backwards, and like, whoa, what the fuck? His eyes vanish.
What did he say to you? I have no idea.
And immediately Noosh just goes, oh, okay, so I guess Grindelwald was a xenomorph, so let's kill him. No, don't kill him! And they're like,
Please
arrest.
don't have my creatures.
They're not dangerous! They're just like dead bodies everywhere, and Noosh just going, they're not dangerous! They're not
Strangling
dangerous!
his chubby friend. He's like, they're not dangerous.
Like, yeah, the Polish guy literally just stabbing him with the tail. He's like, please don't hurt my creatures. They're not dangerous. They've killed 80 people. One of them killed 80 people. They're not dangerous.
Okay, I've
It's
got
just in their nature. It's not their fault. It's clearly intelligent. It was speaking English. They're not dangerous.
Can we go with the theme of people not guessing that a xenomorph is a xenomorph, even though it's obvious?
I really like this theme.
Alright, Hateful Eight, but somebody in the room is a xenomorph.
One of these people is... No, hang on. Spoiler alert for the Hateful Eight. 3 of them are xenomorphs.
And one under the floor.
One under the floor.
It's the Mexican one. It's Tim Roth and it's Michael Madsen.
Fucking Sam Jackson's doing his detective thing, and he pulls off the chair, and there's just an acid hole. You know, Colonel, I had your son suck my big black dingus.
It doesn't go like xenomorph.
In the flashback, it's just Sam Jackson throat fucking a xenomorph, and he's like, "Roll reversal, bitches."
I'm just thinking, does a xenomorph shoot Sam Jackson the balls, or like?
No,
how
in
does
fucking
that-
the tail comes
Yeah,
out
I
and
was
slashes them.
You know, Missy didn't allow 3 things: dogs,
Mexicans and xenomorphs.
He takes off a big coat.
Yes, that's an interesting theory. But can you prove it, everyone? Yeah, take off the hat. Hey, just hits a xenomorph. He's like,
Oh my god, fuck. Is it Kurt Russell in that as well?
yeah.
Kurt Russell's death is, he hasn't been poisoned, but somebody facehuggered him back in.
They're just...
Somebody stuck a facehugger into
Quentin
his teeth.
Tarantino just...
And now Daisy's smiling here, and the reason Daisy's smiling is someone slipped a face hugger into the coffee, and Daisy's the only one who saw him.
And he's just... Ah! He just chest burst.
Facehugger's on his face while nobody's...
He's just walking around with the facehugger just attached to him. Just,
Hey, how you doing?
you only gotta hang mean bastards, but mean bastards gotta hang.
Okay, can we make the xenomorph...
Sorry, I was just being oviposited there.
Can we make
You know,
the-
as you do.
Can we make the xenomorph a good guy for once? So, hear me out.
The sheriff guy's a xenomorph, and through the entire movie you're going, he's a xenomorph, he's obviously the bad. And they turns out he's a good xenomorph, he really is the sheriff.
Who's
The
the, guy,
white xenomorph.
who's the guy who plays young Charles Xavier again?
Fucking... what's his name?
The one who's not...
Will McAvoy. No, not Will McAvoy, it's I know his second name.
Charles Xavier.
I know his name's McAvoy.
James McAvoy.
James
James
McAvoy.
McAvoy,
Will
right.
McAvoy is the guy from the newsroom. It's James
McAvoy is driving around in his car, right?
As you do.
And he picks up these 3 girls, and he kidnaps them. And he's got multiple personalities.
And one of them is
One's
a xenomorph.
No. One of the girls is a xenomorph, but he doesn't notice.
So
He
he's like
just
wearing a
gets
summer
changed
dress.
at one point once.
Not even the main one. Not even the main one. It's one of the girls he kills. It's
Yeah.
just a xenomorph.
What do you mean, Kevin?
The movie.
Kevin's gonna go play now. Fucking,
Okay.
at the very end, he's crawling towards it in beast form, and the xenomorph is screaming, and he realizes the xenomorph is damaged, and lets it go. And in the end, fucking it pulls back, and they're in a cafe talking, they're like, hey, this kind of reminds me of that guy a while back.
You know the guy who kidnapped those special forces and was trying to hunt them in the forest? What was their name again? The Predator. He's just Arnold Schwarzenegger just sitting at the cafe. Just,
Oh, that's even better. My version was gonna be, we pull back, and he's like, yeah, it was Mr. Black. Not Mr. Black, Mr. Glass. Mr. Black. I'm so sorry. Mr. Glass. And we pan over, and Bruce Willis is also a xenomorph. He's sitting in like the same chair, same hat, everything.
no, it's Dutch from Predator.
Yeah, it has to be.
Because that's how you set
Also,
up the Shyamalan Alien vs. Predator movie.
Can I come up, if you're listening to this podcast, I recommend, going back and re-listening it and, introducing a drinking game to which you drink every time you just go,
Oh no, their livers
And while
are
you're
gone.
at it,
I'm a little drunk at the moment. Their livers are gone.
And while you're at it, don't forget to get hashtag anti-throatfuckable trending, because I think that's what we're
it's a
going
new thing, isn't it?
We're getting sponsorship from the Christian Purity League.
Reservoir Dogs, but one of them is a xenomorph, but we don't know who.
We clearly know who it is. It's just Tim Roth bleeding out the backseat and acid blood's getting all over the car and just melting through the seat. You're gonna be fucking okay, man! Oh my god, they're stuck in the middle with you, but instead of shooting him, Tim Roth's tail just extends across the room and cuts Michael Manson's head off. It's like,
oh my god.
I'm a xenomorph! Yeah, I know.
Okay.
You're the guy they had working undercover. They really didn't do a good job covering you up. Fuck you, man, I'm doing my best. And everywhere they put him down, he just starts sinking into the ground.
Alright, can I pitch one that I genuinely want to see?
Okay.
Okay. So, after the Battle of Metropolis, right?
Okay.
After Superman killed Zod, and that big thing went over the radios and all of the forms and all of the audio waves of Zod making this big thing.
Okay.
Well, that attracted some attention to Earth.
Oh, God.
And that brought the Xenomorphs down.
For fuck's sake.
And now it's the same movie as Batman vs. Superman, but we remove Superman and replace him with Xenomorphs. How much better is that movie?
Superman gets face hugged, but the face hugger can't get out through his chest.
It's trapped in his chest.
So it just crawls upwards and goes, and just vomits it out.
Martha!
Yeah, that happens during one of the really dramatic scenes. He gets on top of Lois in the bathtub, cuts away to outside the room, and all you hear is, oh. And she's an alien's on top of her.
No.
He's scrambling out of the bathtub, what the fuck?
They're in Mexico, and Superman flies down from the flaming building with the girl in his arms, and everybody's putting their hands up to him as if he's a god. And he turns and looks at them, and he looks at this awesome little girl.
And he's vomiting blood on her, in the Hateful Eight. He's what the fuck? And then the chest burster just eats her face.
How much do you want to see Batman in power armor fighting a Xenomorph?
Do you bleed? You will. And then he cuts it open and gets acid blood all over. Oh shit, it bleeds!
No, I've got it. Martha, how do you know that name? It was his mother's name. Alright, I'll go help her. You take care of Luthor. Batman fights through all the thugs and all the bad guys, and he gets there. He opens the I know what you're about to is the Queen Xenomorph.
No, they just see Martha's being held captive, and behind them is the Queen Xenomorph with long, orange, curly hair just dangling from its... And it wrestles Batman to the ground and shoves a Jolly Roger in his mouth and just
Oh my god, that movie's 10 times better for Lex Luthor's the Xenomorph.
That's another analogy that they should have used in Hateful Eight when Sam Jackson's talking to the Confederate general. I showed my Jolly Roger in his mouth. Oh. Damn. Tarantino should be paying me to write his dialogue for him. Okay.
Go.
So, things are tough for this young man. He's just moved to a new area. His mother's got a job.
Karate Kid, but with Xenomorphs.
Wait for it. Alright? Fucking wait
Called
for it. He's moved to a new area. And he's got a tough life, He's moved to a new school, and things aren't going so great for him. He's being bullied by a bunch of kids who know Kung Fu. But, his mother's working, but she's working a new job, and she's got no time to be there for him. And, he's doing bad at school, but there's a girl he really likes. But, because things are so bad for him, does he learn martial arts? No, he joins a gang. But one night, the gang are in the middle of town, across from their turf, and they find they're stranded. A gang leader gets killed, and they need to make their way back. The Warriors need to make their way across New York. But one of the gangs, the Xenomorphs, runs this city. So they're you got the baseball guys, you got the fucking Warriors come out to play, yay! Because he's a Xenomorph. And there's just one of the gangs of Xenomorphs. It's the movie Warriors, except the main character is the Karate Kid, and one of the gangs is just made of Xenomorphs.
Oh, that's great.
Never guess where I'm going, motherfucker. Never try to...
Did you just change it last second?
Never try to think ahead of me.
Okay, I'm gonna wrap my.
I was doing Warriors in my head, and I was like, no, I'll do Karate Kid. So you guessed it was Karate Kid, so I said, fuck it, and I did both.
Yo, Danny Fenton, he was just 14.
When his parents made a very strange machine designed to glimpse into worlds unseen. He's gonna catch them all because he's Daddy Xenomorph.
When the machine didn't work, his parents just quit. Then Danny took a look inside of it. There was
saw
a great
the-
big egg. Everything was there's a great big egg. Everything went strange. His molecules got all rearranged.
There was a great big egg, and before he
And
ducked,
every time he turns into a xenomorph, it has to chest burst, you know.
there was a great big egg, and before he ducked, it jumped on him, and his throat got fucked.
Do it, Danny Fenton.
He's gonna catch them all because he's Danny Xenomorph.
Then Danny knew what he had to do. He had to stop all the xenomorphs
Aliens coming through.
He's here to fight for
me and you.
and the xenomorphs. He's on their side as well.
And then it's just a montage of him killing, like, the Predator, E.T., like, it's all these movie aliens. He's gonna catch them all.
Ewoks.
He's Danny Xenomorph. Who's killing all these different movies.
Chewbacca just gets ripped.
Yeah, that's it. Instead of ghosts, it's like 20th century sci-fi aliens. And also Clover from Cloverfield. And it's just Danny Xenomorph has to kill them all.
While also going through the trials of being a teenager.
In high school, yeah.
At one stage, we see the bully push him into a locker. He comes back out as a xenomorph
And
rips the
rips
bully's
his face off.
then puts him back in the closet. Oh, okay, I'm going.
Okay, I'm just trying to think of all the main, like, the characters here. Like, so the main villain's obviously that other guy who's also xenomorphed and can also xenomorph himself. But
Does he still have the romance with Naz?
Yep.
That's great. Is
But-
it Naz?
It turns out she's actually Olivia Wilde from Cowboys vs. Aliens. And they find that when they find a fire alien who sets her on fire, and then she comes out and she's fucking...
Neither of us have seen that, so we don't get
I've
it.
seen
You guys haven't seen Cowboys vs.
I've
Aliens?
seen Cowboys vs. Aliens, but I'm missing it completely.
Oh, Olivia Wilde turns out to be an alien. And
Well, spoilers, I wasn't going to watch it, but now I'm definitely not. Alright, I've got another one.
oh, you gotta watch it, man. It's so good. Cowboys vs. Aliens sounds like a movie that should be shit, but then it turns out to be really well written and acted, and it's really good.
Oh, fuck it, I had...
And it's got such
It's
a
alright.
It's got
fun
such a
watch.
great cast. You got Harrison Ford, Daniel Craig. You got Sam. What's his face?
Worthington.
From Moon.
I don't know. Alright, Avengers
he
but with
was
Xenomorphs
Justin
and
Hammer.
Chitauri.
Justin Hammer.
Guys, I haven't pitched one in like
Alright, cool. The guy who played Justin Hammer.
Not Sam Worthington, it's, fuck.
What's his name?
It was the guy they were actually going to get for Tony Stark first up.
Yeah. Well, anyway, he's in it, and you got like I think Vincent D'Onofrio's in it. You got Olivia Wilde. You guys are and
Alright.
Paul Dano.
Alright, move
It's
on
a
from
really good
Cowboys
cast.
vs.
It's such a great
No.
movie.
Go, pitch one.
Anyway, so like,
That's my Avengers vs. Aliens.
like yeah, no, just like picture like maybe. So you're this like a rural kind of medieval place way back when, you know,
Oh yeah.
and you're being ruled by this, you know, prince. I don't know. Is he a lord? Never mind. Anyway, so like he's being very good to you and stuff, and then a new threat on the horizon is coming, and you know he knows he can't protect.
Is this Beauty and the
everyone.
Beast or with Xenomorphs?
No, don't interrupt. Don't interrupt.
Can't protect everyone, so he has to go and get like an additional power from within a mountain.
Fuck you. And I got it. Go ahead.
And there he finds a black creature with the voice of Charles Dance.
The game is afoot.
So for 3 days he gets the power of a xenomorph, right?
And then the plot twist is that it just chest bursted and he's dead.
They cuts to him in the modern day, and he's put a face hugger on somebody else, and he's like,
He's just a
the game is
xenomorph.
afoot again.
He's a xenomorph walking around in like Victorian clothing.
He's trying for 3 days. He's trying to resist the urge to like.
Okay,
To
Xenomorphs.
throat-fuck people.
Xenomorphs is aliens.
He's got the ovipositors and he's just like, no, I must resist the urge.
No.
Yeah, so
Could you imagine the end of that? Them just walking through the camp, and he just turns a shit ton of them into xenomorphs, and he's like the queen xenomorph, and he's just like strolling.
he makes
through.
a fist out of Xenomorph. Okay, alright.
And in the end, when he's fighting your man in the Dominic, what's his face in the
It's
golden
like you may
helmet.
have known him as Dracula, but I knew him as Xenomorph.
Alright, so
You know, he's fighting him with the big sword, and he's just like, it's still Bard, still
Yeah.
what's his face? Luke Evans. It's still Luke Evans, but he's just got the really big coat, and from underneath the coat, the sword tail, and they're having the sword fight, but Luke Evans just has his hands by his side, just sword tail fighting him.
alright, so it's a
And
small
then, of course,
cabin in the woods, right? It's It's a small cabin in the woods.
Is this the movie Cabin in the Woods?
It's not Cabin in the Woods. And this young boy is living there with his mother and father. This little boy called Abram. Now, Abram, he's only like 9 or 10 years old. But one night, two dark figures come to the house and attack them. And they kill his mother right in front of him.
It was one.
It's one I can't remember. Anyway, it's 2 in my version. Murder him right in front of him. So he's like, I've got to train my whole life to kill these creatures.
To become a hunter of them.
Hunt them in many ways. And xenomorphs, they're an awful lot like
Got to become the
trees.
president as well.
So you need to cut down trees to cut down xenomorphs, obviously.
So he learns to take down a tree in a single swing with an axe.
Now the one thing
And he becomes
he hones his
Abraham Lincoln Xenomorph Hunter.
he hones his axe to the point where it can bite through metal skin, which can resist bullets.
So the xenomorphs, they like eating people. They like
do.
transforming, they like eating people.
I don't
So
think they actually eat people so much as they just
they're transforming the slaves, right? Nobody cares if they eat
Confederate aliens.
Confederate
aliens.
And they want to win the Civil War so they can keep chest bursting those slaves. It's the same movie the entire way through, just with xenomorphs instead of vampires.
The bit where they're having the fight on top of the horse stampede, all of the horses are horse xenomorphs.
Oh, fucking imagine that! How like you know that reveal where he's like, "There's more than one railroad," and it cuts to like the women carrying the silver. It's just that, but it cuts to the reaction shot of the xenomorph's dead face, like, huh? It's no emotion whatsoever. He's like, exactly. He blows up the train. Also,
Does that mean he gets trained by another Xenomorph to kill Xenomorphs?
yep. He gets trained by the Predator to kill xenomorphs. I don't want.
Now what you gotta do is you gotta take the heads as trophies. See this? Trophy heads. How many I got? 20 of them. Can I sell them? No, they look like weird horse skulls.
Nah, they're not worth it.
They look like backwards horse skulls. What do they do? Why do I take them? They look funny. I like them. I decorate my ship with them.
Oh, I love
What strange accent do you have, my friend? I'm from the future. I'm an alien from the future. My name is Greg. Greg the Predator.
Alright,
You just did the Charles Xavier voice again.
that's because the next one is Star Wars related.
Okay, go ahead.
Darth Vader on a planet of xenomorphs. That's all I want to pitch.
Okay, sure.
No, alright.
Yeah, you just hear... And he's responsible. I am surrounded by fear and dead men. And he starts doing, like, massacring them.
Alright, so it's 2010 London, right? And there's these weird things that they came out of nowhere. And they're like these kind of shadowy figures that just kind of appear at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. They come along for a few minutes and they disappear again. We don't know what they are. They're kind of see-through. People are calling them ghosts. They're calling them spirits. We don't know what
They're
they
showing
are.
up on EastEnders.
They're on
They're
EastEnders.
showing up all over the place. They're showing up
This
all
is the Queen Vic. That's the only spirits I serve in here come with gin. Anyway.
They got, like, they've even got shows hunting the ghosts.
Yeah. So these ghosts are weird. They're figure. And one man, he goes to Torchwood. He's like, "Hey, I don't trust this," and they turn it off. And from these things,
The ghosts start taking shape.
and
The
instead
weird elongated heads and tails.
they turn into xenomorphs.
But then,
At exactly the same time, the void ship opens, and they hear clank, clank, clank. No. Well, what is that? Some kind of Dalek? It's not some kind of cyber xenomorph? Some kind of Dalek? Some kind of RoboCop? And then 4 predators.
Yeah.
Except one of them is one of the super predators from the movie
Yes.
Predators, like from the sequel.
Yeah. You would kill the xenomorphs with 5. You would kill the xenomorphs with 5 predators. We would kill them with 1.
You are superior in one way.
You are superior to us in only one respect. What is that? Your blood has a higher pH. Was that supposed to be an insult? Raise communications barrier!
I know the doctor. You're not going to hurt me because I know the doctor. Who?
And she goes, hey.
Well,
There's blades through the chest.
Well, leave him laughing, I suppose, and just takes her, like, rips out her spine.
Mickey's like, what the fuck? Mickey is terrified. Mickey came here to fight Cyber, not the Predator.
they just see, oh shit, that one's got a gun, and they immediately kill Mickey. And like
Blades through the head of Mickey.
Rose goes to pick up the gun, the scientist guy goes, no, don't do it. They didn't kill you because you are unarmed. And that's just, the Predators go after the Xenomorphs. There's this huge fight scene, and all the it's the three-way battle: the Torchwood soldiers, the Predators, and the aliens. And then the Torchwood soldiers start realizing, hang on, if we put down our guns, the Predators stop shooting at us. But then we have no way to fight the Xenomorphs. So they're like
Alright, everybody into the one room. Let the Predators handle this. We'll see who wins.
Yeah, the Predators are all dead. Turns out if you watch Aliens vs. Predators, the Predators actually usually lose.
Alright, whoops. So, Tony Stark, he's a real dickhead at a party once, right? And this guy, Aldrich Killian, contemplates killing himself. But instead he comes up with a formula.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That turns people into half-person, half-xenomorphs. And it's Iron Man 3, but with xenomorphs.
Do they still explode?
Xenomorph extremist virus.
If you hit one properly, they'll explode because they're unstable.
The Mandarin is a xenomorph that's dressing himself up as Osama bin Laden. She's just got like the beard and the hat.
Yeah,
She's
he's like, I am the Mandarin.
some call me a terrorist. I consider myself a teacher. And I guess there's, oh no, mate, I'm just a Cockney alien.
They're just a Cockney alien.
Oh lie.
You will never see me coming.
So what? They said they'd stop you from ovipositing people? No, they'd give me more people to oviposit.
How much do you want to see Iron Man just fight some xenomorphs?
With a taser. A handmade taser. Iron Man 3 was actually really good.
I enjoy parts of it.
I think it's my least favorite out of the MCU, but you know, it's still
Iron Man
watchable.
2.
Like you
Iron
can
Man
still
2.
I
watch
think
it.
it's Incredible Hulk, then Iron Man 2.
Incredible Hulk! Yeah, shit, I forgot.
I like
Incredible Hulk.
I like
That's
the
some
Incredible
really good
Hulk
scenes.
when he's the Hulk.
Yeah, actually, and any scene with Tim Roth or
When Tim Roth fights the Hulk with the Captain America serum.
or William Hurt. Any scene with Tim Roth or William Hurt are just fucking fantastic.
He can't have sex.
Oh yeah, they have that whole thing.
Yeah.
Where Bruce Banner can't back. Hang on, no, they did that as well in Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
They make the point that Bruce Banner can't.
I know, but they're there making out, and then he's like, "Oh shit, I can't do it."
That's why he actually loves being on Planet Hulk, because for the first time in a very long time.
Oh yeah,
he
there's
can
the
bust
red
it
one.
out.
Yeah, there's that. Well, now I'm just imagining what the Hulk gets up to. Like, do you think there's ever been a time when it turned back into human? The Hulk's just sort of gone away into the forest, and then they've just heard grunting.
No. How funny is it to imagine Bruce Banner's like, alright, I don't think there's anybody here at Avengers Tower. Pornhub.
Yeah, as they just
starts
hear
going
roaring.
for it. The Captain America walks in and he's like, oh no, oh god, oh no. He puts the shield up to cover his face. He's like,
Oh, it is not proportional. It is not proportional.
I like to imagine it's the size of like a full arm at this
I like to think it's the one part of his body that doesn't change shape. So he's just going, Hulk technically adequate. It's just the rest of Hulk. Scaling.
Okay.
Hulk not small.
Black Widow's just like, well, Hulk isn't gonna smash this.
Alright. So it's the Fantastic Four, right? But when they're hit with that solar wave,
They just all turn into Xenomorphs.
No. They find 4 eggs that latch onto their face and kill them. So everybody but Ben
The
Grimm.
Xenomorphs get the superpowers.
No, everybody but Ben Grimm is killed by the Xenomorph because obviously they can't get out of Ben Grimm's rock body. Climbs out his mouth. So, but Ben Grimm isn't the smartest, so he doesn't.
No, the thing shits it out. He's just on the toilet. Oh no!
Oh no, it's pooping time. So anyway,
it's clawing its way out of my sphincter.
he's an idiot, so he doesn't realize that the team has been killed, and the Xenomorphs dress up as the rest of the Fantastic Four and go back to Earth, pretending to be the Fantastic Four, but changed because of the solar waves that hit them.
They just have wigs on.
One has
like
a blonde
googly eye sunglasses.
and the only person who can figure it out is Dr. Victor Von Doom.
No, the only person who can figure it out is Ben's blind girlfriend.
It's his blind girlfriend.
Guys, those are totally Xenomorphs. I can hear them clicking.
That's why
don't be crazy.
That's why Von Doom hates him. He's like, those are obviously alien monsters. He's like, oh, Victor, you silly goose, stop playing around. He's like, they're monsters. No, Victor, you're the monster.
Eventually, one day they come in.
Xenomorph and like the human, the Xenomorph torch,
Mr. Fantastic.
the invisible
Alien.
Xenomorph.
They just come in one day and like the blonde girlfriend's just been like tongue punched through the skull. She's dead, and Ben hasn't noticed. He goes, "Hey, honey, you've been really quiet recently."
Hey, Ben, how's your new girlfriend being? She's been selling lately, but damn, she's much better in the sack. Oh boy, when it comes to clobbering time, oh yeah.
Hey guys, you haven't let me pitch anything. Oh shit, you're right. It's just the three of us been pitching. Sorry, Freya. Thanks, guys. Okay.
Actually, I've got one that we're talking about.
Okay, guys. So you know those old movies, the Road series. You know with Bing Crosby and Bob Hope. So
Yes, I understand you, Freya.
Wouldn't it be crazy if they had one of those where like Bing Crosby and Bob Hope are just going along singing a song, and then they're in like Arabia, but they're Xenomorphs.
Freya, shut up. This isn't a very interesting movie.
Oh, guys, I worked really hard on this. I've been thinking about this for the last hour and 40 minutes.
No, Freya, it's me, Dan. I've been coming up with one for the last hour and 14 minutes.
Oh, guys, I worked really hard on
Shut
that.
up. Shut up, Freya. Slap it, slap.
Oh, no. Oh, gee. Oh, come on now, buddy. Why don't you celebrate 1950s cinema? Bing Crosby's an icon.
No, we are going with 1980s cinema.
I thought I was funny.
So this man, he's driving his car, and he is a book author. He writes lots of books.
You mean he's Humphrey Bogart?
No, he's not Humphrey Bogart. Who's Humphrey Bogart? You're not a Humphrey Bogart.
Why don't you respect 1920s cinema? Oh,
Guys, Jack and John got real quiet real fast.
Yeah, we're just letting this. We need them.
We're gonna let this
Yeah.
get.
So
Stars.
he's driving along, and suddenly his car swerves off the road.
That sounds stupid.
It hits a tree, but he's taken in by a kindly woman who says it will help him. This womanly scum says she will take care of him. But as all women do, she betrays him and reveals it is a Xenomorph. The movie Misery, but with a Xenomorph.
That was stupid.
You're stupid.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, but if you want an opinion, you're getting a slap.
Why do you sound...
What?
Oh, jeez.
There goes your opinion.
Oh, no, come on. Oh, why do you sound like the falafel from Sausage Party? Oh, come on now. Oh, jeez. Mine was at least sort of... Wouldn't it be... That's sort of plausible. You know, the road movies, they went all...
Misery with the Xenomorph is way funny. I have to agree with Dan here. Xenomorph Misery is way funny.
Thank you, Jack, my comrade.
You're totally right, Freya. What the fuck are you on about?
Well,
wouldn't it be? They go to all sorts
Come
of...
on, Freya, calm down.
They go to Egypt. They go to Africa. They go all over crazy places.
I'm not going back to Egypt after last time. It's my home country, Egypt. We never go back there.
Well, they could go to...
I know the audience has never realized it, but me, Dan, I am Egyptian.
I can go to...
It's not right, Ethan.
I apologize if you're from
Yeah, no, Dan's totally Egyptian, guys. But come on, Ethan, let us make out.
Oh, they're straight fucking.
Oh, God. Guys.
Freya, stop. Oh no, she's joining in.
Oh Lord, I'm being dragged in. Help me!
Oh no.
You know what? We're going to leave Freedom at it.
I will attach each one of you to my scrotum sex.
Oh jeez, he's doing the balls wedgie again. Oh no! Oh Jesus, Freya, are you all right? Oh me, I'm being subsumed by the scrotum. Oh God, they're fusing into Dan's balls. They're just becoming one person. It's like the thing. It's just consuming them. It's like Jabba the Hutt in his fight against Apollo Creed. He's just swallowing them up. Oh jeez. Oh no, make it. I don't want to watch anymore. I didn't ask for this.
But you're enjoying it all the less.
Alright. By the way, can we change the name of the podcast?
Okay.
Well, we are... How many episodes in at this point?
Only 12, but we got one listener, so it's fine. Can we change it to Pitch Me This?
No, because we barely pitch stuff.
It's like a good 25% of our episodes is just
Yeah, but that's our thing.
You know, Star Wars, but with other movies? Hulk, but other movies?
We can have it like a Pitch Me This episode.
I think it would
segment.
We're really productive, though.
Jack, that's like calling movie fights the Max Landis show. He's only in like 5% of it.
But then again,
But I
Jack,
agree with Jack here.
how productive are we being? We're three nerds Sorry, 6. I'm sorry.
Oh, jeez, why'd you forget about... Oh, well, technically 4, because we were all consumed by the Overdan.
Hey, but what about me? Oh, it's our other silent observer. I've been here the whole time.
Oh, shit, Pinocchio, how'd you get out?
I'll be honest with you. It was real easy.
Hey, tell me.
Alright, it wasn't easy, okay?
Rip-off. How did you get here?
Oh, holy Rick. Holy.
No, that's Mr. Poopy Butthole just sounds like... You know, Justin Roiland has 2 voices. He has Rick and everyone else. Because Earl of Lemongrab, Mr. Poopy Butthole, Morty, his character from Gravity Falls, all have exactly the same voice, just slightly higher or lower.
Yeah.
I got one. You're stuck on the space station with the Xenomorph, right? And the only other person you have there to help you is Jerry from Rick and Morty. How do you get out of this one?
Jerry can be a badass. And
imaginary Jerry can be a badass.
When he was fighting the Cronenbergs.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
When he gives Jerry
Well,
a
I was
shotgun.
going to say, like, the marriage counselling episode where he does take down, like...
Yeah, no, but
A
he fights,
Xenomorph queen.
Xenomorph back.
he fights one slug version of himself, and then the imaginary Jerrys do the rest. He rides in on the slug. Oh, imagine that. You're being chased by the Xenomorph, and Jerry on his slug form chases you down the hallway to hell.
And then, like, the Xenomorph growls at Jerry, and the fake Jerry immediately just turns over and bends over. And then just get a face hugger off the ass.
For fuck's sake.
Oh my god. Also, Jack, just to answer your thing earlier, I would say, how productive are we being by being
Yeah, I
By
don't think
sitting
that's-
around pitching stuff.
a
does
number
not count as
of
productivity.
nerds sitting in a room talking and
When
just
people start
recording
buying
it
this
for
idea,
other
it's gonna be
people's
great.
entertainment? I don't think it's very
Are
productive.
you just snappity chatting?
I'm snappity chatting.
Oh, he's snappity chatting. Social network. You get,
Oh.
Yeah, don't worry about it,
It's
alright?
beautiful. It's a beautiful picture.
It's sexy.
Yeah. I, as a woman, don't like having my picture taken like that, John. Let me take it again. Yes, listeners, I'm a woman. I bet you didn't see that one coming.
He's a woman.
Alright, I had
That's
one.
what he is, a woman.
I'm a woman.
Ah, fuck. I lost it.
Sorry, did we make
Sorry,
it?
I
Yeah.
identify as a squirrel, and that offends me.
Alright, fucking... Shit, I had one. Fast and the Furious, but with Xenomorphs. There's the joke.
Ha! 'Tis funny! Do you not hear the humour within my voice? Anyway.
But how funny is it to imagine?
Yeah,
He's taking another picture of me.
It's too late, go
Fuck's
on.
sake.
Stop trying to, like...
The movie is Paul Walker goes undercover, but this time he's got to infiltrate a gang of Xenomorphs with street racing.
And it ends with him. It's been a long day, and then the Xenomorph sits up in the back seat and just impales him through the back of the head, through the seat rest.
Alright. For the last 5 minutes, if you had all of the aliens fight, who wins?
All of our insane aliens that we
Is that
created.
one over there, that alien.
No, I mean different movie aliens.
No, we leave
E.T.
Dan out of this.
E.T. would win.
E.T.?
No, Superman wins, but we exclude Superman because he's dead at the moment.
Yeah, no, so it's E.T. E.T., telekinetic, control over life and death, power to control people with its mind.
Yeah, but if E.T. connects to something mentally, it'll die if that creature dies.
No, if E.T. connects to something mentally, it'll be able to drain that creature's life force in order to sustain itself. Like he did with Elliot.
I think Martian Manhunter could beat the E.T.
I think E.T. might be a more powerful telepath. Plus, you know how...
E.T.'s a more powerful telepath than Martian Manhunter. Sorry. Not going over that for a second.
You know, if E.T. can make a shriveled flower come to life, who says he can't make a full-life flower shrivel? Who knows? Maybe he can just, with a click of his finger, just age you to death with his mind.
Oh, fuck.
If he can heal any wound, what if he can create any wound? What if he can just sectum sempra your throat open?
Oh my god, E.T. is like the Dr. Manhattan of that world.
And there's an entire species of them looking for a new world.
Actually, they were in the Star Wars Council.
I was about to say this. I am the Senate. The Senate should have been wiping out ETs before they were wiping out Jedis.
I'd like to actually make a point, if I may, that Ian McDiarmid gets a lot of flack for how cheesy his performance in the prequels are.
That's amazing.
But Ian McDiarmid actually had some really great performances in the prequel trilogy, and not to mention the original trilogy. He played the Emperor. Like,
You're all the Senate. I am the Senate.
People make fun of that line.
I love that line.
If you go back and actually watch, his delivery of that line is solid. like, it's a funny enough line because people quote it, but if you go back and watch that scene with a straight face, you know, they have that whole thing about you're being placed under arrest by the Senate. The way he just says, "I am the Senate," like the way he says it packs genuine menace. It's such a great,
I've got
such a great actor.
I got a question.
Do it.
Can xenomorph acid cut through adamantium?
I've got a better question. Can the xenomorph acid break unbreakable skin?
You're thinking what I'm thinking, aren't you?
I'm gonna ask you one question. Who's playing the main villain in the Defenders again? That's not Sigourney Weaver, my friend. That's the Ellen Ripley clone from Alien Resurrection.
Yes.
The part alien, part human clone created by Wayland Yutani, now being used to lead an army of xenomorphs against New York City. The Defenders is actually the prequel to I Am on Throat-Fuckable.
How good?
But it's about the Ellen Ripley clone leading an army of xenomorphs that the Defenders have to fight.
How good do you think Danny Rand's vision is?
Oh, sorry. Daredevil gets face hugged, and then they create a xenomorph that doesn't have super senses, it's just blind. So
there's a Jessica Jones one that's just an alcoholic xenomorph.
yeah, the Ellen Ripley clone is like, "Go on, hunt them down and take their throats," and it's like lounging around with its feet on the desk with like a half bottle of gin, just like,
Well, how good
"Don't do it yourself."
How good do you think Danny Rand's vision is?
What do you say? Oh, for fuck's sake, all the other Defenders are xenomorphs, and he's just going, "Come on, friends, let us go fight crime."
Not even that. But back when he's
That'd be Iron Fist once.
That's back when he was in Kunlun, when he went into that cave. It was a dark cave. He thought it was a dragon. It was just an alien queen.
He's like, "Hey, what was the dragon like?" "Not what I expected. It's just an alien queen."
A lot of dragon eggs. I smashed them all just to be safe. Just standing around punching things.
And then, like,
How does he get the dragon tattoo?
when he's passed out, Davos just takes a needle and just... Alright, well, he clearly failed at becoming the Iron Fist, but I'll just give him that. There we go.
This is gonna be a wacky prank, like when we stole those peaches.
But then he wakes up and has the Iron Fist, and Davos is like, "What the fuck?"
If I tell him the real story, he's going to fist me. I mean, Iron Fist.
Like, Iron Fist me still sounds pretty bad.
Tries to do it himself, but he forgets to put on the wings. Shit!
Oh my god, how great would it be to imagine Wilson Fisk, but he grabs the xenomorph by the side of the head, shoves it down, and starts smashing his head with the car door.
And then the acid just starts melting the car, and it... Wesley, fetch me another Rolls Royce. I seem to have damaged this one.
Wilson Fisk, and he comes up, and the xenomorph's beating his mom. And he hits it with a claw hammer.
Keep ovipositing him! Keep ovipositing him! They're going around. Wesley is a xenomorph in a suit, but no one ever notices.
Oh, fuck, that's funny.
So yeah, again, we have a case of, movies would be 10 times better
Yeah.
with xenomorphs. Which, like, we've done it with Star Wars.
Imagine if Luke Cage gets face hugged, but then, like, obviously the chestbuster can't get out of his chest, so it crawls out of its throat, and he's like, "Oh, stupid alien," breaks its neck, but it's unbreakable. So it's an unbreakable xenomorph that he just keeps punching, and it, like, you know how they grow to maturity in like a day? Yeah. So it's getting noticeably bigger over the hours as he keeps punching it, but he can't kill it.
I've got it. Fucking Luke Cage realizes there's something wrong with him. And he goes to, like, Claire Temple's like, "I can't fix you this time, you're gonna have to go to a real hospital." So he's in a real hospital. And
well, look, we're gonna give you some heavy-duty laxatives, and we're gonna hope that shifts it.
He's literally lying on a table, ass up, waiting for the xenomorph to come out.
And they're just waiting with, like, a baseball bat. As soon as this sucker shows its head, I'm throwing it back up there.
Luke Cage turns his head slightly and he looks over, and on the table next to him is Superman in the Thing, also ass up, waiting for the xenomorph to climb out of it.
You too?
Yeah. Fuck, it's been a long day. At least I got my family here to watch over me. It's the Xenomorph Fantastic Four. Xenomorph Reed Richards has his arms stretched out, ready to catch them.
And they're all really excited because it's like their child is being born. And the Snagglepuss is just there. Do you have a Xenomorph too? No, I'm here for my prostate exam. Of course I have a Xenomorph, you fucking idiot.
I love that on the, oh my god.
Let's just say that from the first day something long, dark and phallic centered or exited my anus today. Luke Cage just did someone say long, dark, and phallic?
Hey man, you want to go get some coffee? I
Cuban
don't drink coffee.
Me neither.
Alright, I've got one. And this is a little dark, but
What the fuck? Why Snagglepuss? I could have gone with anyone, and I went with Snagglepuss.
so hear me out. It's
I could have gone for like Will from Will and Grace, but yeah, Snagglepuss.
the Xenomorphs.
I'm here for my
They come in
profit.
different shapes and sizes, right? Mm-hmm. So there's a short one with big ears, and he can't show anybody his Xenomorph claws and hands, so he puts white gloves over them, pulls on some red pants and shoes just to confuse them, and he's like, "Hey, what if I open a little place?
Oh,
and I
are you
invite them
fucking
in?"
kidding me?
It's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, but with a Xenomorph.
I thought you were doing Super Mario.
Oh wait, that's even funnier. I was just gonna do it to do the Mario for it, to do the it's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Come on in, kids.
And
Hey,
then
look over this egg.
immediately one child comes up and tries to hug him, and he goes, "Come here, buddy!" And just like fucking tongue punches.
Hold on here a second.
He runs over it. "Oh, kids, look out! Goofy's on the run! He's custard pieing everyone!" And Goofy's running around with face huggers and just slapping them on people's faces.
I don't know. How do you do Donald Duck's voice?
No, he's just a Xenomorph.
He's got a face hugger on. He's like, "What's that? What's that, Donald? We can't hear you."
I think we can safely end it there.
Oh, I got one more.
Oh Christ!
Xenomorph.
Yeah, you know that episode of Doctor Who with the Absorbaloff? Like absorbs people and their faces are sticking out of their skin? That's what Freya and Aiden are looking like right now. They're just, Dan's pulled his ball sack over his face and their faces are just sticking out of...
That's what it is, my friends.
They
I'm
become
coming
a
for you
trinity,
next.
a unity, a hive mind.
Alright.
Unity. You will join or die. So which will it be? Join! Die! Join! Die!
Alright. So the Xenomorph lands. It lands in Japan. And we all think we're dead. We all think this creature is dead. But one man there's a jet comes flying through the sky that looks like a dragon. And one man walks up to the Xenomorph. And he puts on a dual disc.
It's time to...
Kaiba fights off the Xenomorphs with dueling. How smart do you think a Xenomorph is?
Pretty smart.
Smart
enough to understand a children's card game.
Apparently no one else can understand the rules, but okay.
The Xenomorphs can win if they're stuck in the Shadow Realm.
But like he ends up in a tournament against the Xenomorphs. But finally, it's time for him to defeat the Xenomorph Queen. It shows up, this massive Xenomorph with a huge dual disc, and he's like, Kaiba boy.
The Xenomorph has the gold eye.
Are you a Xenomorph? Bitch, I might be.
Fucking every time, instead of turning into the Pharaoh, he turns into an even ancienter evil, the Predator.
But he still has the voice.
He's still...
I will defeat you. But wait, hang on. Where would the Queen have it? The Millennium Eye is just like stuck in the front of its head.
Yeah.
It's the tongue. The next mouth has the Millennium Eye.
The Millennium Eye is just like in its second jaw is like held up. Kaiba boy.
What are you talking about? The Queen of Xenomorph is gay. He's a man's man, full of testosterone.
Oh yeah, he's an alien, all right. He's that alien's alien, and that alien's alien. I don't follow. Seriously, you've never noticed that he's a Xenomorph? Whoa. And just a montage of Pegasus just like murdering people, ripping faces off, tearing out spines. Are you an alien? Bitch, I might be.
Gee, Yug, I don't think we can take this guy.
Don't worry, Yugi. I'll take him on. I got him. I'll stop him.
And he's dead.
Brooklyn Rage! And on that note...
I'll defeat the aliens with the power of friendship.
No, but...
And just Taya goes off in a half-hour-long rant, and by the end of it, the alien just kills itself.
It pans back to the alien, and it's
My
just...
voice gives me super strength!
Don't worry, guys. I'll stop the queen.
Big brother, help me! The Xenomorph's taken me!
Big brother powers, go!
The fucking Mokuba gets kidnapped by the alien, so fucking Kaiba has to go up Ridley style in the power armor, and he comes in the room, and he pulls out an even bigger dual disc for the armor.
Screw the acid blood, I have money.
On that note, I've been Jack.
I've been John.
And I've been Rhiannon.
I've been Freya.
I've been Aiden.
I've been done.
We have been the Unity.
Join us.
Or die.
Wait. There's something in my chest. Dan, what have you done to me? Nothing.
Oh God! It's another one of Dan's ball sacks.
Help me, it's coming out of my chest. Oh God.
Oh God!
Well, it could be better, or it could be worse. It could be on your chin. Movie 43 was a terrible movie.
And that scene where I think Chris Pratt shits on a car. Good night, everyone.
What?